Welcome everyone. This video I am making after a very long gap of time, and I'm sure many of you must be very upset with me that I was not presenting any videos. It's just that my schedule was so tied up that I just could not find time to make videos. So I always have this thing in my mind, in the back of my head, that I have to come up with some videos, but just that I could not get sufficient time to make videos for you. So as the elections in India are ongoing, so I thought I should make a video on the study of the charts of various political parties and their leaders. So here I am going to talk about the ruling party, which is the BJP party, and its leader Shri Modi ji, who is the Prime Minister of India. And I will be also discussing the chart of the opposition party, that is the Congress party, and its leader Rahul Gandhi ji. Although the opposition party is having many other parties as their alliance partner, but the major parties I'm going to discuss today. And I will also discuss the chart of Rahul Gandhi. And there is another party which is highly talked about, that is the Aam Aadmi Party, and its leader Shri Arvind Kejriwal. So let's discuss these parties. So friends, I've got no interest in any party, and it's a very neutral understanding of mine, which I'm going to share with you. And this video I'm making solely for the study purpose. That's it. So I will put the screen on the share mode, and I will discuss all these charts one by one. So the first chart which I am going to discuss is of Prime Minister Shri Modi ji. This is his chart. I will just make the chart look big here. So he is born in the Scorpio ascendant, and he is currently undergoing the period of Mars Saturn. Mars is very powerful in his chart, although it gets debilitated in the Navamsha chart, but it falls in the Pushkar Navamsha. So Mars is going to give him good results. And friends, Mars is also making a Kendra connection with Saturn, which is the Antardasha Lord. And Saturn is going to activate his 10th house. So because these two planets are connecting with each other and they are not friends to each other, so hence you can say that Modi ji is going to find difficulties in this entire period. But the dasha is very soon changing of Mars Mercury, and they are also not friendly to each other, but they are sitting 311. So that means that some efforts would be required, post which he can find some good results. So the dasha period is showing some challenges which he will have to go through, but definitely I feel that he will win his elections, and he is in a good place. Now let's see the Varshfala chart here. If you look at the Varshfala chart, the rising ascendant is of Leo, which is his 10th house. So it means the 10th house is going to become very important, and this is the house of your status. This is the house of government. And the year lord is Jupiter, and the Muntha lord is also Jupiter, and the Muntha is falling in his 5th house. So it means that this year he is going to turn very spiritual, and 5th house is a good placement for the Muntha, and the Muntha lord is very well placed in the 9th house. But there is a problem, that is Jupiter is being afflicted by many malefics, like it has crossed the degrees of Rahu. It is afflicted by Rahu, it is afflicted by Saturn, and it is also afflicted by planet Mars. So all these planets are aspecting Jupiter, and also the 12th Lord Moon is aspecting Jupiter. So the Muntha is left with very little power here. So that shows that some challenges he will have to go through. And also the 10th Lord Venus has gone to the 12th house. Again, not a very good position to be in. So he will definitely have some big challenges which he will have to go through after the election results are out. Let's talk about the chart of his party, BJP, how the party is going to fare. Let's discuss that. His BJP party is having the ascendant of Gemini, and the party is undergoing the Moon Mercury period till 18th July 2025. Mercury is not very well placed by being in the 9th house, and it is afflicted badly by many malefics. So it means that the party is not in a good shape. And Moon, the Mahadasha Lord, is also debilitated and afflicted by Mars and sitting in the 6th house, not in a good shape. Both the Mahadasha Lord and the Antardasha Lord are not in good shape, and they are making a quadrant connection to each other, Kendra connection to each other. In the D9 chart also, they are making connection. So it means the party will have to go through big challenges, and the party is not looking in a good shape. Let's see the party's Varshfala chart. This is the party's Varshfal chart, which is also not looking very positive here. And the ascendant is afflicted by Ketu and Rahu and Sun. And the ascendant is of the 7th house, which is rising. So here the partnership will become very important for this party. And secondly, the ascendant Lord has gone to the 8th house, not good. The Muntha is happening in their 6th house, and the year Lord is also Saturn, again sitting in the 6th house. Muntha Lord is also sitting in the 6th house. All these conditions are not good for the party. So it means that some grave dangers they will have to go through. There will be some loss of some leaders also, which I feel can be happening, because the 10th Lord is also going to the 8th house. There will be some losses to this party. Now let's see the chart of the opposition leader Rahul Gandhi, who is currently in the period of Rahu Jupiter. If you look here, Rahu Jupiter period is usually not good, but the good news is that this period will be changing from 21st May 2024. So let's first talk about the Rahu Jupiter period, and then we will talk about the Rahu Saturn period. So friends, Rahu Jupiter are sitting in trine to each other. So that is the plus point here. And Rahu Jupiter are, Jupiter is basically his 6th Lord. So he is facing his difficulties with good courage and with the grace of, you can say, with the grace of God, he's been able to face these difficulties well. And if you look here in the D9 chart, they are making a Kendra connection. So basically challenges are there for him too. And the good news is that the incoming period of Rahu Saturn is more powerful than the current period. Reason is that Rahu is his Atma Karka, Rahu is his Amatya Karka, and Saturn is his Atma Karka. And whenever these two planets are connecting to each other and they are in their function, that is a very important period for somebody. So it looks like he will be able to win the elections. But this period is a turning point for Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So Saturn, being the trine lord, is sitting in the Kendra house, although it is debilitated, but the debilitation is getting cancelled by being in the Kendra. So this period will be a turning point for Mr. Rahul Gandhi. And now let's look at his Varshfala chart. So currently his Varshfala will be completing on the 20th, on the 19th June 2024. So this is his current Varshfala chart, which you can see here. This is also looking very powerful. The ascendant is his Leo sign, which is his, if you look his chart, Leo is his 11th house. So in the Varshfala, his 11th house is rising here. It means that something he is going to gain in the current year. So, and the 10th Lord is sitting in the 11th house. This is again a very powerful situation. It is making a connection with the 11th Lord. So ascendant has also gone to the 11th house. So something is going very well in his favor. The Muntha happens in the 9th house, and the Muntha Lord is also there. Again, a very, very favorable condition for Rahul Gandhi ji. And the 5th Lord is sitting in the 10th house. Again, a very powerful situation for him. So this chart looks very promising. And the year Lord is also Mars. So again, this is very, very good placement for Mars, Muntha, and the year Lord. So this chart looks very promising for Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Now let's talk about the next chart of the Congress Party. So friends, the Congress Party's chart is of sign number 12, that is the Pisces sign, and currently it is going through the Dasha transition phase of Rahu, which will be over on the 21st July 2024. Then it will start with the Rahu-Jupiter period. So friends, Rahu has not been very good for the Congress Party. Reason being, it is very afflicted here in the 6th house. So they may be facing lots of opposition here, lots of difficulties. And the Rahu-Jupiter period will be much better than the Rahu period. Reason is Jupiter is their ascendant lord, and there is no connection between Rahu-Jupiter. If they make a connection, then the period becomes very difficult for the person. In the D9 chart also, in the D9 chart, they are still making some connection, but in the D1 chart, they don't make any connection. So it means that half of the period of Rahu-Jupiter will be good, but later on, they will have some difficulties that they may have to go through. So basically, I want to say is that Jupiter being their 10th lord sitting in the 7th house is a very beneficial position for this party. So I feel that this party is in a good shape in the current elections. Now let's talk about the Varshfala chart of the Congress Party. The year lord is Jupiter. The Muntha is happening in the 12th house. Now the sign of the Congress Party is of Pisces. And if you look at the Varshfala chart, Pisces sign is rising in the ascendant, and it is very strong because Jupiter is aspecting this sign along with the trine Lord Moon. So it is making a Gaj Kesri Yog. So something good is happening for this party. There is some very good development which is happening for the party. And Sun is also very powerfully placed in the 10th house. The 10th Lord going to the 7th house is again very powerful. So the Muntha is powerful, Muntha Lord is powerful, the Ascendant is powerful, the Ascendant Lord is powerful, Jupiter, the year Lord, is powerful. So this is a very promising situation I see for the Congress Party. Now let's see the Aam Aadmi Party's chart. So this party's chart is also very good here. If you see that the 10th Lord Venus is powerfully placed with the Kendra Lord Saturn. So they are going to give good results to this party, both these planets, although they are sitting in the 6th house of the Navamsha. But if we superimpose them in the main chart as per the Rashi Tulya, they will both go to the 1st house. So friends, I made a video way back in which I told that the period of Venus-Saturn is usually very difficult. But the thing is that if Venus is the Mahadasha Nath, if Venus is the Mahadasha Lord, and it is connecting with Saturn, then the results of the Mahadasha Lord will be felt more compared to that of the Antardasha Lord. So here Saturn will give the results of Venus. So it feels that Aam Aadmi Party is also going to gain in this election, and because they are connecting to each other, that is why this party is also going through some troubles at the current moment, but they are going to fare well in these elections, and this period runs until 24th May 2026. So 2 years to go. So currently, I feel that this party is going to do well in the current elections. So let's see the Varshfal chart of the Aam Aadmi Party. So this chart, this party is just 11 years old. It was not formed way back. So the ascendant that is rising is of Scorpio. So Scorpio is their 11th house. So which is a very powerful thing, that the house of desire and wish fulfillment is rising in their current year chart. And the ascendant lord Mars sits in the ascendant only, and Mars is also their year lord, and it is making a connection with the 10th lord. Isn't this a very powerful situation? So they are in a very powerful placement here. The 7th lord sits in the 11th house, again very powerful situation. So they are going to gain through their allies, and they will also do well. They will be in a very thumping position in the current elections. So the Muntha is not that great because it is sitting in the second house. Second house shows that efforts are needed, and the Muntha lord is not good here because it is afflicted and sitting in the sixth house. So means the sensitive point is definitely going to give them some trouble. So which means basically the party is currently undergoing some difficulties, but at the same time, because the 10th house and the ascendant is powerful, so it shows that they will gain very well in the incoming elections. Now we will discuss about the numerological scope of these three leaders. First is the birth chart of Shri Modi ji. He was born on the 17th September 1950. His birth number is 8 and the life path number is 5. So life path number 5 generally gives lots of changing situations, inconsistent situations in somebody's life. And these people are generally going to do well with this number, with this life path number. It is a good life path number, but it makes life very adventurous also. The personal year number is very important for somebody's prediction. It is number 7. So 7 is the number of Ketu, and Ketu usually gives some restrictions for the person. This is a good year for his personal development, but not a good year to incur some gains. Not a very good year if he is expecting to have some thumping gains. That he should not expect. But for his own self, for his own development, the year is good. So Ketu basically causes some shortfalls, some shortcomings. Let's talk about Rahul Gandhi's chart. His birth number is 1 and his life path number is 6. So his personal year number for 2024 is number 6. Both of them are the same. So this year is going to be very good for Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and he will be gaining a lot. This is a very lucky year for Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Let's talk about the chart of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, who is the leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. His birth number is 7 and his life path number is 3. So the personal year which we are discussing here is number 5. So this is the year of expect the unexpected, and unexpectedly only Mr. Kejriwal has been put behind the bars due to some XYZ reasons. We are not going to talk and discuss all these things, but this is the year of expect the unexpected. And the next month, that is the May month, which will be starting in a day's time, is also number 5. So there is something new which will start for him in the month of May, and it is going to be expect the unexpected. It's a good year for growth, which he can expect. So this is all, friends, about my interpretation of the political leaders and their parties' charts. I hope you must have liked the video. So continue to support my channel, and I will try to be more regular with my forthcoming videos. Stay connected. God bless all.